On this episode of Struggle Beyond the Decade, I will be linking up with the Veterans Adventure Group mountaineering team to train and climb for the 2019 climbing season. We will kick off this expedition with a pre-climb adventure on the cascades of Oregon's Mount Hood and Mount Adams, where we will tribe up to build confidence and crush goals. So tie in, lace up, and join in as we prepare to take on the stratovolcano of Mount Hood.
Yep, no raptor closures. Nice.
I wonder if it's only on like certain faces.
Whitman, what are we doing, man? Sure shit is.
We're not real sure. Trying to go rock climbing. But falcon season's in, so it's kind of cutting our options down a lot. Wait till we get to Rooster Rock.
Yeah, Rooster Rock State Park.
And then we'll figure something out. Just out chilling in the field, eating. A bunch of people were stopped, and I was like talking shit about this dude that pretty much had his ass stuck out in the road taking photos off his hood. Like, I'm gonna clip this dude. And then he like sort of waves at us and points. You see this massive grizzly bear about 200 meters out in the field. So then we pull over. We're the same asshole.
You don't ever see minorities doing shit like
that.
No. I'm not sure what to expect today, but I'm super stoked about what's to come. Over the course of the past year, I've gotten to know Army veteran Whitman Rabren and learned his story and his challenges. You may remember Whitman from Season 3 when we made our epic climb to the summit of Mount Rainier. We are most certainly planning on going above and beyond this year. Like much of my research into the veteran community, we often have seen the excitement and progress of effort, but also have seen the climate of the honeymoon stage. As veterans continue to seek sanctuary for themselves and their families, we often overlook the stability and longevity of balance and wellness.
Oh, just in time. I always miss the signs and shit.
So we decided to take a quick detour before linking up with the rest of the team and get a proper start to this adventure with an attempt at a double pitch climb at Rooster Rock State Park at the Columbia River Gorge, where climbing is great and the views are phenomenal. It only makes sense that we get right into it. Whitman and Ryan have their eyes set on this multi-pitch climb, and it's badge approved with its name being called the Cock Rock. I was off the plane 15 minutes ago, and now I'm walking down a highway getting rained on. I guess it doesn't get any better than that. This climb can be made year-round, but being that it's late spring, the rains have increased in Oregon, making this attempt on this day too slippery and way too dangerous.
This is where I input the predator.
This climb can be made year-round. However, being that it's late spring in Oregon means the rains have increased, making this attempt on this day too slippery and way dangerous to attempt. It was certainly a quiet ride back to the staging house. It was like the energy of the van was sucked out. Whitman and Ryan have been traveling with each other for some time now, sleeping in and out of the van and at national parks. Their climbing journey was a hard tell right now, but I did notice that Whitman was anxious and a bit overwhelmed. Here we are arriving at the staging camp, and from the looks of it, appears to be a gated compound of sorts. Nothing surprises me at this point. I've slept everywhere and anywhere. Hell, it was only a few minutes ago I was trying to make room for all these guys to fit in the back of this van.
Which one of these little huts is that?
That's yours right there, Whitman. Get into your cabin, Whitman.
This is slightly creepy. Right. Just a factory in the middle of nowhere. Oh, craft minis. Is that where we're at?
Oh, that's where we're at. We're on a pot farm.
We are.
We've struck gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got Tennessee plates.
still.
He's
not a quitter.
He's a veteran. He's not going to give up on it.
I would start, if I were you, I would start with a t-shirt and probably this, and then your other top. You'll probably end up taking one off. So what I was thinking is tomorrow morning we could, pretty much eat a good breakfast and then go up to get our permits, which is just shy of Mount Rainier, and then from there go up, get to a lunch box or lunch corner or whatever it is. Yep. Plan to camp there and just go ahead and leave Thursday morning and summit, push back from there.
As we begin to settle in, set up gear, talk shop, and discuss route expectations, I still haven't heard a peep from the star of the show, my pal, Sean Lyons, aka John Rogers. You may remember Lyons from last season when he made his attempt at climbing Mount Rainier, but decided not to attempt the summit push due to self-evaluation and safety for the team. I'm so happy to be climbing Mount Hood with him this year and to see that he's back and better than ever, ready to have his redemption on the Pacific Northwest highest peak of Mount Rainier. All right, Lyons, how you feeling? How was that last push?
It was very, very hard. I mean, I've been in the Army. It would have to be one of the top 20 hard things, including the last time I did it, that I've done.
Dude, did you just take all of Guff's gear? You got boots? You guys crampons?
I had
Pack?
Well, I brought your crampons for you. So I had to wear Guff's boots.
Where's Guff's tampons at? There's your boots, Guff. I took those up Mount Rainier last year for you.
Now Whitman's got to take him up Hood for him.
Oh, Guff. I'm going to come see you, buddy.
It's pretty sad when your boots got more stomach than you do. You know?
Ooh. I'm going to have a little shot to him getting all pissed. Fucking. Hey, what are you making there, boss?
Hey, those jalapenos, man.
Adams isn't so bad. There's not a whole lot of danger there, but when you go through the Pearly gates on Hood, it's pretty steep, and it runs right down to the Bertrand. So if you slip and fall there, it's a pretty dire situation. So other than that, yeah, it's a quick jaunt in the snow up a little hill.
Is Lyons gonna make it?
I don't know. We might have to carry him up there. He's still asleep.
Have to drag
Could
him
be
up?
for days. Who knows?
What's the current speculation of why Lyons is sleeping?
He's avoiding this exact situation.
He's hiding from me. He's hiding from me.
I told you. That's why he's got the blanket over his face. He's not asleep over there.
Somebody covered him up with there.
All right, it's 9:19. I'm here. I've arrived at on station, and I'm still waiting for Lyons. I came here to see Lyons. That's the documentary can't happen if I don't have the main star of the show. Lyons is currently doing the same thing he was doing 6 hours ago. Apparently he needs some rest.
Did anybody even confirm that he was Lyons?
It could be like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he's got like a dummy.
Hours ago.
After stocking up on food, we're headed back for some rest and packing, only to find out that we was going to make an early attempt at Adams Summit, which requires a team to make an early morning push through the South Spur and set up high camp just above 9,000 feet at the lunch counter. With the first taste of frigid cold and the first hump of the season behind me, I was vertically feeling the altitude and weight of the heavy pack, which had me struggling early. But as my team motivated me, I got energy. So we set our pace and waypoints to high camp for the warmth, water, food, and rest for our summit attempt that night. The weather forecast that night for Adams was heavy snowfall, below freezing temperatures, and extreme winds. And for any climber, professional or amateur, bad weather in these mountains can be extremely dangerous and unforgiving. I was prepared and good to go for the night, but I did have concerns about others in the group. And with no rangers on station and limited cold weather gear, this was going to be a long, cold night. And moments like this is what I love. When you're tired and challenged by nature, you dig in and get after it. However, as conditions made drastic changes in the hours to come, meant the worst news for our summit of Adams that day. And we had to make the call to make our way back down and keep our sights set on Mount Hood.
Coming in hot, taking you out, baby.
You can try. You can get me.
The star has arrived. The star has arrived.
It's too dark in here for that lens.
What? I'm killing it right now. I got tons of natural light. Get in here. Whitman, how was surviving last night?
It was actually pretty warm.
It wasn't as bad as what they assumed it to be?
No, your fart sack heated the place up a bit.
To sit there and shit. That's what you gotta do, baby. We used to shit off the sides of the tank. We'd hold the bars. It's just gonna fucking hang off and try to get it done. Out of courtesy and respect for my roommate over here.
Oh God.
I got to clear it out. Tell me about the death match you was having last night.
The collapsible
So I used the
Collapsible. The story of collapse.
season conditions, which, as you can imagine, ended in me being underneath the snow. It was unpleasant to say the least. So.
nice paint over here.
Any, there he is. Come on, man. There's the star. We've been all waiting for you to show up.
If you really want to go viral, just go to Portland wearing an American flag shirt.
This is my pal, Sean Lyons, aka John Rogers. He loves shooting photography and has a great eye for capturing life's realities from the streets of Portland. Apparently, he was photographing protesters in Portland, then an anti-war mob got John Rogers and his friends surrounded, only to be set up for a sucker punch.
What'd you do on Fox News?
They just shoot me.
They what?
You know where my friend got assaulted?
They shot you in the foot.
No, they showed me the clip because my friend got assaulted for wearing an American flag shirt.
Oh, this is the story. Great.
Yeah, it went viral.
Tell me about this.
Well, my friend was crossing the street to get to his car, and he was baited by a guy who was in this group called About Face, Veterans Against the War, and he kind of baited him into a verbal altercation. And then at one point, when they saw I was distracted because I was pulling my camera out to kind of document what was going on, at that point the Veterans Against the War guy put his finger down, and I caught it in the photo. And then the guy with the skateboard ran up and sucker punched my friend for wearing for just being there, I guess. But his friend was wearing an American flag shirt, and he also got sucker punched like a block away. So, yeah, and it went viral. And maybe I'll go viral again. I'm not trying.
You're already viral.
I don't want to go viral again.
What is the importance of going viral? Like, is that the culmination?
To know that you had some kind of effect in the world. And it's kind of like the butterfly effect.
What if
you had a small effect? Even if you got millions of views, you still had kind of a small effect. But it's a butterfly effect. And it's exciting to know that you had some kind of impact somehow. It's cool to go viral. I thank God for all kinds of things. Every day I say prayers. Sometimes I walk around praying. And I'm not trying to show off.
Is that like texting and walking?
I think that people probably think I'm crazy, but
that's okay.
I like the simple things, but I like going viral too.
Hey, what do we got to do to get this man going viral again?
I like to go viral anonymously, because that's the thing. I don't like posting.
You can't. You're only gonna, if you go anonymous once, like you already have, everybody already knows who you are. You can't fucking go out and do the same shit you were doing last year, Lions.
The thing I went viral in wasn't even my clip. It was somebody else posted it. I was just.
You're just like seen in the background.
I was a very important character. No, I was.
My man.
And maybe get like, if you had a good channel, it would still probably get like 50,000 views.
All right, so tell me about last time when we seen each other around here. What happened? So where we left off on episode 3. Camp Muir's were.
I did one of the most badass things I ever accomplished, which was to ruck all the way to Camp Muir at 245 pounds. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I was too fat. I was depressed. I was overeating. I mean, that's what happened. And also what happened is I told him I was going to lose 30 pounds, and I gained 30 pounds. And now I'm a hero because I finally lost the 30 pounds that I gained before. I can't just keep like failing over and over again. So I just realized that it's like kind of like 3 strikes you're out. I mean, 3 strikes, it's absurd too. It's not even like 3 strikes you're out. It's like 3 strikes. This is a joke, I mean, come on, it's like it's serious. So I couldn't be that fat ever. It's just absurd. It doesn't even make sense to show up like that. But I should have known that in the first place. But I just have a lot of issues. I overeat. I'm addicted. I'm a food addict. I mean, I think a lot of us are. Now, my life sucks no matter what. I'm impervious to anything being different. It's horse shit any way you slice it. It's horse shit. Our whole country's sad.
What would make it different?
I don't know.
Are we doomed?
Nailed it.
We're doomed? There's no hope?
Talking to John Rogers here.
So, yeah, I know. I'm fucking interviewing the guy right now.
We're doomed, man. We're doomed.
So I should stop.
I'm going extinct, Kurt. A lot of us are going extinct. How's that for doomed?
So if we go extinct, then what? Just game over?
Then what? Your life's been around for 4 billion years, and it ends with you. Because the economy is kind of jacked up because people can't afford basic shit. And you're going extinct. And you're the end of the line because shit's fucked up. How's that for doomed? People can't afford a home.
Yeah, veterans, I mean, we're Americans.
So maybe that's the problem, because we're Americans.
That's why we're depressed and killing ourselves and shit. This is America. Our whole country's sad.
Probably more meat than I anticipated, but that's all good.
What are we talking about? Hiking in nature is great exercise. Great grounding technologies exist and it boosts brain power. We already know that exercise is a must. Hiking is an excellent way to burn calories. It has also been proven that people who exercise outside are more likely to keep at it and stick to their programs, making hiking an excellent choice for those wishing to become more active on a regular basis. All right, Whitman, what you think, man?
What's up?
What you think?
Enjoying the view.
How you feeling about this climb we got coming up?
I don't think it'll be too bad. As long as we get a good weather window. Looks like we might. I don't know. It can be considerably easier considering our day on Adams. And 2 summits on Rainier.
How you feeling from compared to last year when we did Rainier?
I was prepared physically, mentally.
We all have been shaped, chiseled, or broke off by life. We all are uniquely shaped and observed with perspective, at different collections of data, light, energy, and sound technologies. The liquid of this planet is constantly shaping, forcing the most powerful currents. And then, like the mountain gods, we climb. The rocks that pile up by the rivers goes as arranged, stranged, and be arranged. So beautiful that we lack the bigger picture and understanding. We stack smooth rocks in beauty, but cannot see the sayings for ourselves, of just how beautifully shaped we are. But these some raging streams and waters and rivers turns lights out and lights back in.
Are you guys going up there guided?
No, yeah, I went up there last time and pretty much the route and the trip. And
Cool.
How you feeling about the climb? You ready?
Fine, yeah. I'm pretty fit from basketball, to be honest. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about the weather. I'm not fat enough to worry about how fat I am anymore.
How come you're not watching episode 3 right now?
If you're not viral, then you're incompetent. Because being viral is achievable. You just have to tap into something powerful.
Now I get to give the person behind the camera a hug. How are you?
Doing the rounds.
Just walk through the door.
This is the time of day that I'm usually most active anyway.
What are you, a fucking vampire?
Is that your rock?
This one? Yeah.
It's so small.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just enough to get me through.
Yeah, so which ones are good?
I don't know.
They're
Do you
like the energy, caffeine.
I've never had orange.
You've never had orange? I figured the orange, but I want to do orange and vanilla. So then I got a couple of those. Please help yourself. I brought extras so that I put them on my morning. Or good evening.
Whatever it is.
Get
So yeah. That's oil I like it out here. Yeah. Partials of the state.
Yeah, I grew up in Miami, so I had like no exposure to the mountains ever until I joined the military. And then
Here we go. Our team is off to the trailhead to begin our push for the summit of Mount Hood. I love the quiet build of anxieties and energies in the room. It's pretty unique and special feeling knowing that you're stepping into the dangerously unknown. I learn about myself and others through these experiences and challenges. They are dangerous, exhilarating, team builders, and most definitely spiritual.
Got the pearly gates and the hog's back and where we head up. It's plush. It's nice.
They brought my full neck fit stuff. So if anybody has any issues, you know what kind of stuff I got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So actually, still have that.
We've arrived at the Timberline Lodge at the base of Mount Hood. Mount Hood attracts more than 10,000 climbers a year, making Mount Hood summit the most visited snow peak in America. Our team is calm and approaching the start point with the tempo of conducting a movement to contact. I'm looking forward to the climb and sending Godspeed to the rest of the team.
I didn't say Simon Says.
How are we looking, Dustin? What's up? How are we looking? Looking good. Just get the camera put away. Little wet out here. We're kind of in a cloud right now. So far, so good.
Maybe we spoke too soon. We're all working hard and pushing the pace to get through this freezing precipitation. It's a crazy reality when you're walking into the stillness of night, moving through a layer of clouds into the unknown. But I know this team is durable. It won't be intimidated by nature's gift to enlighten and strengthen our purpose. As we push, we begin to see people turn around due to the lack of visibility and below freezing temperatures at the Upper Palmer Lift House. This isn't good news, especially since our climbing formation began to break up into smaller groups to spread down the trail.
So, Ryan, he's fell back there or what?
Yeah, he wasn't sounding too good. He was looking pretty sloppy right out of the gate. Probably best to turn back.
All right, everybody? Or just Ryan?
Ryan is fine.
How you feeling, Lindsay?
I feel great. How are you?
Feel good. Gotta pee. Now we're moving again. Yeah.
Did it seem like you were going viral?
No, not yet.
At just above 2,000 feet, we was all feeling the freezing temperatures and incline of the climb. And as we break for some quick calories and prepare for glacier movement, it's hard not to be captivated by this frozen world.
Look at that fucking smoke. It's steam.
The Hogsback and Pearly Gate route on Mount Hood is a Class 2 climb with a max degree of 35 degrees. This mountain can be climbed by some, but should not be taken lightly by any. Alpine climbing equipment is necessary, so crampons and ice axes are needed. The dangers and casualty on this mountain are very real. Mount Hood has had over 130 deaths and had some terrible tragedies in between. So climbing Mount Hood should not be taken lightly and always be climbed with extreme awareness and caution. However, no matter how frightening looking over your shoulder into the void is, being up here is like being on a different planet, and sometimes feels better than being down below.
You're killing it. Good job, Summer. Keep it up. Just keep your confidence going. Keep crawling up to Justin. You're doing awesome. Okay, but you got to get through it today. Okay.
You know, it's always been in my ability to embrace the suck and still guide others, even though I may be in my own struggle. And I'm grateful that Justin at least knows that about me. So it isn't any surprise that out of all the experienced climbers, he trusted me to be attached to his 17-year-old niece, because he knew that she was going to be safe with me. So as we press on the climb, we're just going to keep driving on.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Sketchy ass shit. Dig that axe in. Dig that axe in. Can you do your axe in front like this? Will that help you? Yeah, 2 hands. Do it. Nice, slow, easy through it. Is there a traffic jam?
And as we make our way out of the exposure of the famous Pearly gates, I am pleased, tired, and most of all grateful. I'm grateful for Justin and his vision. I'm grateful to have made it safely to the top, and that I can soon have back all the things that I could have lost with one miscalculation or minute of focus. And with only a couple hundred feet to the summit, I have broadened my perspective and appreciation and can fulfill many other things yet still in my quest.
What's up, brother? That last half was bad.
It was.
That was rough. I was so sad, I was just running out of gas. You get some food. Really fucking work for it. It's another one I was tied to Matejcek on. At least you didn't get drug up this time. I know.
Well, that's another summit with the Veterans Adventure Group. I'm proud to have that underneath my belt, but even more so, I have bonded with these people, mixed of veterans and civilians, whom all which share a goal in life's pursuit, and the values that must be attained to serve and live and be a part of a greater understanding.
That's how they sucker you in. They get you on a mountain, and the next thing you know, you're climbing the next higher mountain and the next higher mountain.
There you go.
And then you're on top of Everest. You don't know how you got there.
No, definitely not the Everest. Heck with that. Way too many people get hurt on that. I struggled, but whatever.
So you said you called your mom?
Yeah, I did.
What did she say again?
She was very, very proud of me. So, that's good. But she's afraid that I'm like my uncle and that I'm going to keep running around and I'm going to get myself hurt. But that's okay. So.
There he is.
I'm looking for a few good birds today. I need better skills like for the descent because, well, even Whitman seemed like he was kind of stuck on it for a while. And that was when I knew that I was going to struggle, when I saw that it was taking him a while to get down one part. And yeah, I wasn't on a rope.
Tell me about that crevasse crossing.
I just jumped over
the hero moment.
Well, I looked down, I was like, yeah, wow, that's pretty deep. But you know, I was airborne qualified and air assault qualified. So that's just kind of my pride. I don't think I really have that much pride, but when it comes to like facing like a fear of heights and doing like a jump, I mean, come on. I mean, this is supposed to be my redemption. So if I even hesitate at that, then redemption canceled, you know.
You got your redemption though.
Yeah, I got it. It only took me like maybe 10 seconds to do it.
But that's only on Mount Hood.
I know.
You still have a redemption at Rainier.
Well, I have to do. Well, this all started with Rainier.
And you're going to have your hero moment over there as well.
I have to have a hero moment.
Almost unknowingly, I realized that the purpose in life has been written in the skies above. Long before I realized that I even had air, the act was written. These quests in the sky is not casual, it is deliberate in nature, and paths crossed, like a wick burning from both ends. As I realize this, I have been able to create a definiteness that assures the anointing of many confirmations within the identity of this reality. With this, my brothers, I assure you visibility within the mighty vastness of what road we walk down together as the chosen ones.
Oh, I will stand, arms outstretched, pretend I'm free to roam. Oh, I will make my way through one more day.
As we all spend our last few hours together, reflecting on the climb and the things that we have all overcome, I'm certainly glad to have been in such great company. Veterans Adventure Group is one of the best nonprofit service organizations around, and I'm sure and I hope that there are many just like this one, providing a unique platform from just outside of the box of complacency and treatments for veterans. So you're gonna do Rainier then?
Oh yeah, I will. I'll be thinner.
What are you gonna do different? You're gonna need.
I have like 8 weeks, so I'll lose at least 5 pounds. I'm gonna do a ton of stair climber. I did barely any at all before this, so I'm just gonna keep playing basketball and do a shitload of stair climber and lose like 5 pounds and have some better gear. So that's what I'm gonna do different. But although if I like roll my ankle or something playing basketball, then I'm fucked. Look, my shot is terrible. I'm not a great player, but I will say this though, I do ball harder than almost the entire amount I've played. Although at the very end, it got harder.
I feel you. Yeah, you look like you would like play for the Boston Celtics, maybe.
Maybe in the 70s.
Yeah. Well, that's it from Oregon. We got the summit, and as we continue to set new goals and new heights in our lives, remember, veterans, there is hope. There are people and organizations out there who care and want to connect. Keep your eyes and ears open, your head on a swivel, and only entertain what is good to do and possible to get done. So stay tuned in for another episode of Struggle Beyond the Decade.
Honestly, dead body hurt. We got there Chinook wins for the drop-offs in PJs every now and then. We're in pack directly to it that provides the actual pool. So kind of managing that slack in front of you, the guy,
to get together. That's
And you're going to do some video work for Struggle Beyond the Decade now, right?
I'm going to be your crew.
Fuck
as
yeah.
long as my sugar mama gets me a nice point to shoot, I'll be your crew.
If not, I'll hit.
If not, I'm just phone and you're not getting anything good. It's not even a nice phone. Sorry. But I think she'll take care of it.
She will.
And I don't mean to make fun of her because I do that. But she's very generous and she's helped me out. I'm poor. God bless my sugar mama, although I know it's a sin.
Stacking in them chips and then I turn around. Fucking on your bitch when you up out the house. Fucking like I'm rich, I'm